So no surprise that video got banned, part of it. So I didn't upload the rest of it. It's just pretty easy to see. I mean, how I'm telling you what they told me and what they told everyone else. And, well, I guess putting it all together becomes a problem. So, how else are they controlling technology? They're just banning people on the internet, right? That's all. It's not like they've ever claimed they're an alien race who has always been above us. No one worships anything like that. They've definitely, you know, I mean, they have said that. But whether that's actually like the plot line to what's going on Earth or not, um, you gotta realize you're getting it from them. And then, from my point of view, I see I'm like inventing the world around me with my thoughts and minds. So if I'm saying it to me, I'm like, oh yeah, that's what's happening. And then I also have to realize like maybe I can change that because some things haven't changed. But they, I've always had a lot of problems. I've always worked on electronics and stuff, and my electronics like would work differently. One time they actually worked in my favor. I didn't complete a firmware update, and somehow my modded Xbox, my JTAG Xbox, actually worked. And I was pretty sure it was bricked. Should have been bricked for you guys who aren't into tech. Brick means it's dead and probably doesn't come on. And then the odd thing is it didn't work properly after that either. So I had to magically find a way that it didn't work, that it did work. So I still got to play my JTAG Xbox. After two failures, it failed. And then, see, sometimes there's things that happen in the world, and it's almost like there's a competing force there to help me and stuff. I mean, almost often. So many, I got involved in stuff, and my family won millions of dollars like a month or two before that. And after seeing all this stuff, I realized, like, oh, my family didn't get that money. That money was given to me through them, wasn't it? Because it happens so much like that. I'm like realizing like that happens, doesn't it? But anyways, I used to have to spend a lot of time working on my electronics and stuff, and I'm way more cautious with electronics than other people. I use anti-static wrist straps and stuff if I have them. And generally, I had them, so like most people don't even do that when they're playing with their electronics. Unless they're like, true professionals. But, most people are trying to build a computer or something like that. And you'd see in one of the videos on TikTok that the person has a wrist strap on. And they're like, everyone's like, what is that? And like they're testing electronics. And everyone's like, oh, it's so they don't get shocked. It's like, they don't care about the worker, dude. That's so the electronic components don't get shocked. That's what that's there for. And so I've seen this with a lot of electronics acting weird around me and stuff. And I'm pretty sure that's like what they can do and stuff. Let's assume that they're correct about being an alien race, and the fact that they own all the technology and all that stuff and add it together, and that means they probably had that technology. The storyline is probably written that they had that technology for hundreds of thousands of years. Like the stuff you're seeing today is not what's there, and then the stuff you were seeing yesterday was like actually there like a long time ago. I'm going to assume that that's what's written and is. So I'm sure my stuff just doesn't mess up for no reason. And long before I got involved in any of this stuff, I had to deal with that. And sometimes it's just like, why am I having to spend my whole life dealing with computers and all this stuff and electronics when normal people can just go to the store and buy them and they work perfectly? It's like my videos are one of the ones who stalked me and stole money from me. The good video of him was no longer on my device. So obviously they took that video off, and I had seen that before where stuff was being removed from my devices because I was starting to record everyone. Hell, I couldn't have started that a long time ago because people around me were like viciously violent. I mean, I've been in the ICU, and so I started recording around that time because I wanted it on camera. Like, I got involved in a lot of crap because of that person, and I wanted it on camera what was really happening. And so, like, back before most people had digital cameras, definitely before they had smartphones, I was recording people. And I noticed, like, over the past 10 years, like, there's like a link between a lot of the stuff going on here and a lot of the stuff that these people control. And then I kind of put it all together after seeing it so much. Like, certain things get deleted off my devices and stuff like that, and errors happen where I have to spend like weeks, like, you're just wasting my entire life reformatting. So, but what's important is they're telling me I'm inventing the world, and I've called for a cleansing. So hopefully they'll be gone soon. If they don't disappear very soon, we can see Zelensky is already being targeted. That's a good start. Um, if they're not gone soon, then obviously they've got the power to manipulate the world, like, great enough to make me think I'm the one controlling it. But I don't really think that's them, because I don't see why they would have saved me so many times from themselves. Although you can always set up a little pet like that and play games with it. And people play games with their pets. They love it. I hate watching people do that. But yeah. So I mean, obviously, I've got a lot of things that work normal for other people, and I had to waste a lot of my life dealing with these things, and still, it's a lot of wasted money, and which is life. Life is money, so you trade your blood for an item, and then you have parasites altering your items so they don't work properly, and so the parasites have developed a judicial system to tell you that what they do is okay, but punching them in the face for it is not okay, or bringing paradise upon the earth and removing demons is not okay. Those are some of the laws I hate the most. Why not make some more new laws where you can't manipulate and deceive people, but they're in control. Like, you can't do anything while they're around, while they own all the technology, and no law is going to work in anyone's favor except for theirs, right? Because things kind of do play out for me, but we can't do anything about this because they're being protected. Like, they bring Mark Zuckerberg into trial, and they don't go after Mark Zuckerberg for anything. They're not like, hey, you're guilty of federal crimes. You're impeding several presidential candidacies, several politicians, which is federal crimes, first-degree federal felonies they're involved in when they interfere with my presidential election. Always going on, hasn't stopped. Just not. I'm not out there in the street screaming about it anymore. What do we do? Like I said, I put out that video showing you who to look for, and then one day we just got to all rise up and make sure they're not there to look for again.